welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Camelia. In today's video I am going to be applying and reviewing the Victorious long ultra thick individual lashes. If you'd like to see how I do that, stay tuned. But before we get into this video, subscribe for the ride, honey. Turn on those post notifications so that you'll know when I will be uploading next, and let's get into this video. Lashes. I have got a lash tutorial already recorded, but those of you that know me know that I normally go for more of a natural look. I normally go for shorter looking lashes. Right. So all this talking, let's get into this video. What I like to do is get all my lashes out, so you may or may not be able to see. Typically I'll do maybe about 9 on one eye. This eye has got 11. Your eyes a little bit like eyebrows. They sisters, but they're not identical. So one eye might be smaller than the other. The lash themselves might come out a little bit wider than some of the other ones. I get my glue, I drop a bit like that. I don't work with it straight away. It's going to be a little bit too wet and you're actually going to have to hold the lash in place for a little bit longer. So I let it get a tiny, like just literally a couple seconds. By the time I finish talking, it will be time. I'm going to dip the lash, so there's going to be a little blob on the inside part of the lash where I'm going to lay it down. And then I'm going to, let me bring you guys in. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully y'all can see. Okay. Here I'm going to lift my eyelid and I'm literally just going to apply this lash on here. I try not to go too far in. This was like a spare of the moment type of video because I was like, let me get the phone out. And to be honest, I find it so much easier working with the phone. I do have a whole camera here, but I just find like with the lights and everything going on, it's a little bit difficult to keep the camera going without it overheating. I like to apply on the lash line and I like to leave a little bit of a gap in between. I know the first lash video is long and it's semi a tutorial, even though in the video I'm saying it's not a tutorial. It is semi a tutorial because I went into major detail and I actually came up real close with the camera. And guys, just a few of the basics, a little bit of obvious. You want to make sure that your eye area is clean, and you want to make sure that your tweezers are clean, and you also want to make sure that your hands are clean. You'll know when the glue's getting really tacky because the strings, you get more strings from it. You want to catch those strings before you even think about applying them to your eye, because girl, if you get any of that string in your eye, you're done for. It's not going to really do anything, but it's very irritating, very itchy. It's like you can feel something there, and it's like this fine piece of hair that you can't get at it because you can't see it. I sometimes wipe the bottom of the lash as well. Because I apply my lashes underneath on the lash line, I don't need the glue to be underneath like the bottom end of the lash. I need it to be at the top end. So that's how I'm applying it. Usually I use the individuals with the knots on the end. I'm noticing already the knotless make the application a little bit easier. This is what it's looking like underneath. It's a little bit more seamless in the application, so I'm already loving putting these on. anyone can do this as well. You literally just need a steady hand. Take your time. Like, if you know you're going to be doing this today, don't do it before you go out, isn't it? Take a day and practice before you attempt to do this. You don't want to be getting frustrated. And I want to talk about something I've noticed already. I've had to take a couple out of the packet because I've noticed that they are, like, for example, this one, can you see how it's like separated? These are a little bit more delicate to use because you can pull them, you can actually pull the whole lash apart. I guess they're stuck individually together, and that happens because they're not just glued together, they're also glued into the box. So really be careful. When I do pull away, I don't pull away that way, I pull away going that way, so that any strings of glue will hopefully go in the opposite direction. I can see some here. So as you can see, very natural looking. They are the longer version, but they're not like pow in your face. They're not so dramatic, which is what I like. And if you like that dramatic look and you're trying to get that dramatic look, all you got to do is when you apply them a lot closer together. So those are my lashes done. As you can see, although they are the long ultra thick version, you would never be able to tell. If I look from the side, you can probably see, actually I think it's quite telling from this distance that it doesn't look dramatic despite the fact that they're long and they're ultra black. So I get to still look very natural. So the first thing I notice is that they are very easy to apply. These are the knotless, so instead of having a knot that connects all of the little lashes together, it's just literally single lashes connected together at the bottom. I notice that makes it easier to apply the lashes, in my opinion, because you can lay the lash right on the lash line, which is where I like to lay them, and so it creates a nice little, it's seamless, it goes round the eye. You can kind of follow the shape of the eye a little bit better. You can't feel the heaviness of the knot. So if you're someone that religiously applies lashes, you will notice that whether or not you allow them to fall off on their own or whether you remove, your eyelashes do get thinner over time. So I like to have a real break in between wearing these lashes. I'll go through periods where I wear them and then really long periods when I don't wear them, because your lashes will fall out, and that's usually because if you're like me and it's the ones with the knot at the end, it can be heavy for your lashes. You need some lashes for the individual lash to be able to bind to in order to stick. So if you're hairless there and you're balding on your eyelashes, this is not the technique for you. But in terms of, I guess, a less destructive way of putting on lashes, I would definitely use the knotless again for that reason. The small price to pay is that you do sometimes, when you take them out of the packet, they are very delicate and they come away from each other. So as I said, there is a technique to taking them out of the box. You do need to make sure that when you're taking them out of the box, I'm actually going to do a little demo here on one of the ones that I had to pull out. You take them, when you're taking them out of the box, you have to go right at the bottom where they are joined together to take them out and pull them gently out of the box. You would need to do that with any lash individual lashes anyway, but with these in particular, because they are bound together just individually and there's no knot tying them together, just glue, it makes them a little bit easier to fall apart. You can apply mascara over your individual lashes if you want, but if you want them to last longer, typically you don't want to be wetting your eye area. I normally still do my normal face routine, but I'll use like a baby cloth to sort of wipe, you know, to rinse my face rather than to splash my face with water. And you want to keep any moisturizers and makeup away from that eye area as well. You get 4 rows of lashes. They're affordable at $2.99. I love it. I love that they're seamless. I can feel the difference in weight because I can't feel anything and they don't feel uncomfortable. I think that's one thing I did notice about the knots, is that you can feel them on your lashes because they're actually pulling your lashes down. Just like hair extensions, you know, you have to make sure that you're really careful with your application and also when you're taking them off. But the in between is what we all, you know, it's the aftercare that can sometimes cause the most damage or can be the most destructive time whilst you've got individual lashes on, because we're not caring for them properly. So do make sure that you know how to take them off. Overall, 9 out of 10. And I will definitely be buying these from now on. Yeah, and that's it guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said before, if you do want an in-depth version, we do have a video that I made before that I'll link above this one. You're going to see me in my next video. Don't feel like it's the next day. I'm wearing the same clothes. I understand I haven't been very active lately, so I got some plans, honey. I've been working on some stuff, and I think in general there's been a lot going on. So it's been I don't want to say a stressful time, because whenever things are, you know, seem a little bit crazy or a little bit rocky, just know that as long as you've been praying, you've been seeking the Lord, that means good things are coming. Okay, so yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for the ride, honey, if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you on another video.